And I welcome you back to the Debernic channel. Today we are talking about Lake Mead. However, if you want to see that portion of the video, please fast forward to the mark, and we are going to talk about Lake Oroville first because it is on the rise and there's plenty to talk about here at Lake Oroville. And we are looking at a live video here, and you can see that it's wet there at Lake Oroville and the water level has come up quite a bit since we have started. So let's get right into it. We're going right out to windy.com. We are looking at this radar here. The Pineapple Express continues. Let's check out Lake Oroville. This part here got slammed with tons of rain, and we'll be looking at the mounts here shortly. There is a ton of precipitation that has fallen here in California, and it just continues to come. We go check out the rain accumulations for the next 12 hours. You can see that it's going to lighten up just a little bit in the next 3 days. We go the next 10 days, and it's still going to receive a bunch more precipitation. Now, the inflows at Lake Oroville have been impressive. Lake Folsom, you're going to really get a whole bunch of rain as well, 11.3. We look at North Yuba River here, and they're going to get a lot of precipitation as well. And I want to go up to Mount Shasta up here, and you can see that they're going to receive a bunch of precipitation also. Let's check your inflows at Lake Oroville. They're pretty impressive last night. If you watched the video, you saw that they were 40,000. Well, they ramped up to 50,000 CFS. That's incredible. That's what they were releasing out in 2017 was around 50,000 CFS. It's 50,000 cubic feet per second for those of you who don't know. And let's go check that out right now. Here we are at Lake Oroville's water level, and you can see that this thing has come up over 5 feet in the last 12 hours. It started at 691.62, and we are currently at 697. That's almost 6 feet, not quite. That's an incredible jump in 12 hours. Here we are at Lake Oroville's water level. You can see that we are literally just a foot away from catching 2020, but we are about 15 feet away from catching this year's 2021, as it's still 2022 currently. But we probably catch that probably within the next 3 or 4 days if it continues to rain like it has. Let's roll out to Lake Mead as promised. And for all you people that have fast forward, I welcome you back. And we are looking here. This is the watershed for the Colorado River that ultimately flows into Lake Mead. For those of you who don't know, I always show this so you can get the amount of precipitation that falls here affects the lake here. So this is the reason why I show you this for those of you who are not aware. Welcome to the channel. And Aspen, Colorado is going to get 2.2 inches of rain, which is probably going to be snow. We go to new snow, and you can see that they're going to receive quite a bit of precipitation here. Aspen's going to get about 25 inches. Grand Junction's going to get 10.7. Vail's going to get 13. Steamboat Springs going to get 21. Telluride's going to get 21.5. Cortez is going to get 10.7, and this affects Lake Powell. Anything above this affects the Flaming Gorge. So up here by the Flaming Gorge, this reservoir catches this water. You got 16.61 in the next 10 days, and then we come over here. Down here, all this water affects Lake Mead immediately. We scoot in here to like Cedar City, 13 to the east of Cedar City, 13.1. Alton down here, 17.6. Kanab, 3.6. Big water over here, 1.5. So not a whole lot. St. George, 1.5. Not a whole lot here. As far as that goes, we go check rain accumulation, and you can see it's going to be fairly wet here. You're going to get 3.2 inches of precipitation. This is part of this atmospheric river that's just spilling over, making it over the mountains and causing it to rain here. This is fantastic news. We sure the heck could use this. 1.8 over here by Sapah, Tuba City, 0.48. Flagstaff, which is part of the Colorado system, it runs up to Lake Mead as well. 2.28, it flows to the north. And then at Las Vegas, 0.45. So a good decent amount of rain. Any rain's definitely a good rain/snow is definitely going to help, and that's what's going on here. We are going to check out the water levels at Lake Powell and Lake Mead today, and Lake Havasu as well. Our current water level at Lake Powell is 3,524.73 feet. Friday, December 30th, 2022 at 12 a.m. The level is 175.27 feet. Below full pool of 3,700. Changes since yesterday, 0.1, and you can see that it does exactly pretty much the same thing every year. This year they got a little bit more of a bump than they did. They're getting close to power loss pool, which is 3,490. We are currently 34.73 feet. I don't know what they're going to do if they don't receive a bunch of precipitation anytime soon. They need a ton of precipitation to fill this thing back up. This is just insane, and we are getting really close to that power pool loss, and once they do that, they will lose power. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened at a dam per se. It happened at Lake Oroville just last year, so anything's possible. We'll be watching this. Let's go see what your inflows and your outflows are currently at Lake Powell. Your inflows are currently 6,157. Your outflows are 9,079. There lies the problem. More is going out than coming in, and that's by design. That's a man problem. That's not a nature problem. You've released 1,514,626 acre feet thus far. Your minimum required 7,500,000. Your snowpack is above average at 117. Total precipitation average is 104, so you're above both of those in the Rockies. So there's good news there. Let's go see what that equates to your April date. You're only at 45.46% for your April 6th average. You want to be above that. We are not the highest we ever been. It definitely fluctuates, but we did get a big bump this week, so we'll continue to see these bumps go. We remember in 2014 we got the biggest bump. 2019 was the next biggest bump up until the end, and then 2019 ultimately ended up having a lot more water, and they just let it go down river to refill Lake Mead up, and we see where that got us. Absolutely nowhere, except for now we're in dire straits. Sometimes you need to be stingy with the water you got. Your biggest problem at Lake Mead, Lake Powell, and all these lakes is you have more growth than you have water. You have too many people living in the desert with more houses going up every day, and there lies the problem. Let's roll down to Lake Mead next. Lake Mead's water level is currently 1,044.77 feet MSL. Saturday, December 31st, 11 a.m. The level is 184.23 feet below full pool of 1,229. Changes since yesterday down to 0.01 feet, so it's barely fallen any. And this is a time of year where it starts to increase. You can see like in 2020 it went up some. In 2020 it went up quite a bit in comparison. It starts to build, and you're really not getting a whole lot of that. So this is very concerning. We're definitely getting closer to the power loss level. Your power loss level is 950 feet. We are currently at 1,044, so we continue to get a little closer to that every day, and that's really concerning. Hopefully some of this atmospheric river will continue throughout the year, and it'll bring the lakes up to respectable levels. 100 foot would be fantastic. Anything can happen. Got to be optimistic instead of worried about what may not happen. So keep your chin up. Let's roll down to Lake Havasu, to all my friends down there. The whole reason why I do my updates at Havasu is because I got friends down there. I want to say hello to Supercharge. Hope you and your wife have a fantastic new year. Hope everything's going well. And Brad and Richard as well. I hope everything's well, and we roll down to Lake Havasu now. As we roll down to Lake Havasu, your water level at Lake Havasu is 447.73 feet MSL. Saturday, December 31st, 2022, 11:30 a.m. The level is 2.73 feet above full pool of 445. Changes since yesterday. Things on the rise, 0.07 as it rolls to California for all the people in California, and everybody stay safe. You have a wonderful, happy new year. We will be back next year. For some of you who are already seeing this, it's already 2023. Happy New Year to you people, and we will see you on the next one. God bless.